Forgotten and chained for 1,000 years, the alien dragon beast was clean, beginning the awakening. The ship hung in orbit around the shattered moon of Thrlo, a relic of an empire that had crumbled long before humanity's expansion into the outer spiral arms of the galaxy. The SS Callisto, a research vessel retrofitted with scavenging claws and ion torches, had been dispatched to investigate what was believed to be a ruin of the ancient Ver Dominion, a civilization that ruled the stars 10 millennia ago. Dr. Lara Miles, archaeologist and xenobiologist, stood at the viewport. Her heart pounded as she stared at the sensor readouts. Beneath the moon's surface, buried deep inside a vault carved into crystalline rock, lay something extraordinary, an energy signature still pulsing after all this time. "Are we talking weapons cache or a treasure hoard?" quipped Jorenkes, the pilot, as he leaned back in his chair. "Neither," Ilara murmured, eyes shining. "It's alive." The room went silent. Alive. The word carried weight. After millennia, nothing biological should have endured in that toxic environment. Yet the scans didn't lie. Something massive, chained in stasis, was still beating faintly with life. Captain Rivek cleared his throat. "We're not equipped for live captures. If it's dangerous." "Everything from the Ver is dangerous," Ilara interrupted, unable to stop the tremor in her voice. "But this isn't just a creature. Look at the data. This is the last of the Drathko, a species once worshipped and feared as gods. Dragon beasts who bent empires to their will." The crew exchanged uneasy glances. Legends of the Drathko were whispered in spacer cantinas and archived in forbidden texts. Beasts that could scorch cities, manipulate atmospheric currents, even warp gravity with the beating of their wings. They were believed extinct long before humanity had kindled its first spark of civilization. Yet here, in the cold vault of Thrlo's broken moon, one remained. Forgotten, shackled, alive, middle, the cleaning of chains. The expedition deployed. Ilara led the team through tunnels of calcified crystal, their suits glowing faintly with biolum strips. The air was acidic. Droplets of green condensation sizzled against their helmets. At the chamber's heart, they found it. The dragon beast lay slumped against the obsidian floor, its body coiled in massive loops, chains forged from shimmering alloys, still glowing faintly with restraint sigils, wrapped around its neck, limbs, and wings. Every link looked heavier than a tank, sunk deep into its scaled hide. The creature's hide was mottled with barnacle-like growths of alien fungi, crusted with slime and centuries of corrosion. Its wings, once grand, were tattered membranes of hardened chitin. But beneath the ruin, Ilara saw it, the bones of majesty. "It's magnificent," she whispered. The dragon's single, half-lidded eye flickered open, a slit pupil, molten gold in the gloom. The sight froze everyone in place. A voice, not spoken, but pressed directly into their minds, rolled through the chamber like thunder. "Who dares awaken me?" Ilara dropped to her knees, more from instinct than choice. "We are explorers. We found you imprisoned. We mean no harm." The dragon's breath rasped like stone grinding stone. Chains for 1,000 years, no touch, no light. Forgotten. It lowered its massive head, close enough that Ilara could see her reflection in its eye. "Will you clean me, little mortal? Will you free what time is left to rot?" The crew hesitated. Cleaning the beast felt absurd. But Ilara stepped forward, pulling from her pack a canister of neutralizing foam, designed to strip corrosion from alien artifacts. With trembling hands, she sprayed across one massive chain. The slime and barnacles hissed, dissolving, revealing gleaming alloy beneath. The dragon's eye widened, and a shudder ran through its body. A low growl, not hostile, but relieved, echoed. For hours, the team worked. They climbed ladders and scaffolds, brushing centuries of filth from wings and scales. They used lasers to melt the calcified fungi, scrubbed slime from armored plates, polished the chains that bound it. Ilera directed them tirelessly, her heart aching as she uncovered the cruel scars where her strength had eaten into flesh. Each time the foam touched its skin, the beast inhaled deeply, as if savoring freedom long denied. "Why was it chained?" whispered Jorn as he scoured a wing. The dragon answered, "The Vare feared me, feared my kin. They chained us, one by one, until silence claimed the stars. I am last, and if we free you," Captain Rivek asked warily. The eye glowed hotter. "Then I shall remember kindness, or wrath." The implication was clear, but as the hours turned to days, Ilera felt the bond deepen. She spoke to it during breaks, learning fragments of its story, the battles it had fought, the stars it had seen ignite and die, the betrayal of those who once knelt before it. The more she cleaned, the more it seemed to breathe again, as though the act was not merely physical, but sacred, a ritual of restoration. The others grew uneasy. "You're waking a god of war," muttered Joran. "We're giving breath to something that should stay dead." Yet Ilera pressed on. On the final day, she stood before its head, brushing the last crust of corrosion from its horns. Its scales gleamed silver-black, radiant even under the dim cavern lights. The dragon lifted itself for the first time in a millennium, wings cracking open with a thunderous echo. Dust and slime rained down like ash. "I am clean," it said. "I remember." Climax, the choice. But freedom was not so simple. The chain still glowed with runes of power, forged to bind gods. "Help me break them," Ilera urged the crew. "Are you insane?" snapped Rivek. "If it's telling the truth, it can level worlds. Do you want another Dominion war?" "It's not a weapon," she shot back. "It's a living being, a prisoner, 1,000 years in chains, abandoned. If we leave it, it will suffer until it dies." The dragon's voice filled the chamber. "Your kind fears freedom, yet you clean me. Will you betray me now?" The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Rivek ordered the team to stand down, but Ilera ignored him. She activated her laser cutter, aiming it at the first chain. Sparks erupted as ancient alloys screeched under modern tools. "Stop," Rivek barked, but Joran hesitated, then joined Ilera, cutting another restraint. One by one, the chains fell. With each broken link, the dragon's power surged, the chamber shaking, air vibrating with energy older than the stars. At last, with a roar that shattered stone, the final chain broke. The dragon rose, massive wings unfurling, a hurricane of dust and force sweeping the cavern. Ilera shielded her face, heart racing. The dragon's eyes glowed with molten fire. "I am free." The crew stood frozen. If it turned on them, none would survive. The beast lowered its head until its snout nearly touched Ilera. "You cleaned my chains. You restored what time had stolen. I remember kindness." With a rumble, it stepped past them, wings tearing open the cavern roof. Starlight poured in for the first time in 1,000 years. With a thunderous beat, it soared upward, a streak of fire against a void. Ending, the return of the forgotten, the crew returned to the Callisto in silence. Rivek was furious, but even he could not deny what had transpired. Humanity had awakened a legend. Days later, news rippled across the galaxy. Colonies reporting sightings of a great winged beast, soaring across nebulae, its scales reflecting starlight. Some called it a harbinger of doom. Others whispered it was a guardian returned. Ilera sat alone in her cabin, staring at the stars. She replayed the moment the dragon touched her mind one last time before leaving. Little mortal, you gave me back the sky. When your chains come, I will remember you. She did not know if that meant salvation or destruction, but deep down, she believed the act of cleaning, of compassion, had altered the course of history. The last draft code was no longer forgotten in chains. It was free, and the galaxy would never be the same.